Stu Cowan and Pat Hickey of the Montreal Gazette here at the Bell Centre, where the Canadiens had, I guess, a surprising, Pat, a 4-3 win over the Anaheim Ducks. The Ducks coming into the game needed only 1 point to clinch a playoff spot, and the playoffs are nothing but a pipe dream for the Canadiens. Nobody saw this coming, Pat.
No, they certainly didn't. But I think Mike Brown made an interesting point. He said that the Canadiens, he didn't say they were embarrassed on the weekend, but they lost 2 games, 9-1. He said they came back here to find their character.
Well, and
that was certainly what they did. The fourth line came up really big. Lesio and Brown each had a goal. They didn't get a lot of ice time, but they made the most of what they had. Mike McCarron was out there, and he got a little more ice time. He got 12 minutes. He had 5 minutes in the penalty box as well. But these guys really made the most of their opportunities they had.
And say Mike Brown, his middle name is character. He had 7 minutes and 42 seconds of ice time, 1 goal, 1 assist, 5 hits.
Yeah.
He's really added a little bit of a boost, and when he scored his goal, you could just see how happy all his teammates were for him on the bench.
Yeah, there was a big celebration there, a big celebration from Lesio afterwards. He said he was asked to compare the two, and he said, well, mine was over the top. And he said anytime you score a goal in the NHL, he scored 2 in Arizona last year. This was his first goal as a Canadian.
And Mike Brown's gone back to the old Fu Manchu mustache that he had when he was with the Toronto Maple Leafs, saying he wanted a clean shave, and his wife told him to leave the mustache.
That's right.
So he said he's going to have to keep it for the rest of the season now. Mike Brown, known for fighting, but Mike McCarron has now had 3 fights in 15 games. He was saying afterwards in the locker room, I don't go looking for fights. It's not something I go looking for, but when it's there, it's something I'm going to do, and he dropped the gloves. He did well again against the son of former Canadian Dave Manson.
Yeah, I think he hit Manson, and Manson took exception to the hit. It was a clean hit, and decided to drop the gloves. But I think McCarron got the better of that fight, and so I don't know if you'd want to drop the gloves with this guy. He's pretty big and he's pretty strong. He seems to leave himself open a little bit, but he's so big and strong that he's.
And he said Mike Brown's talked with him also and shown him. He says, I haven't really on the ice gone through any fighting drills, but he's given him a couple of tips which have obviously helped him out. Good night for the young kids, Pat. Joel Hanley, 2 assists, his first 2 NHL points. Lucas Lesio, a goal. Darren Dietz, 1 assist. It was a good night for the Ice Caps.
Yeah, it was funny because Hanley, somebody asked him whether Hanley got a souvenir of his first point. And, of course, they didn't award him an assist originally. It was originally an unassisted goal for Buchanans. Later they changed it to Torrey Mitchell tipped it. Hanley got the second assist on it, and the puck was long gone. And
another interesting stat that I found tonight was Stéphane Matteau, who has really been invisible since he came here in that trade for Devontae Smith-Pelly, who's lighting it up in New Jersey. Matteau had 6 hits in 12 minutes and 45 seconds of ice time. I think maybe the message is starting to get through about what this guy has to do if he wants to stay in the NHL.
Well, obviously he's going to have to use that big body that he has, and I think that there have been suggestions to him that he's got to step it up if he wants to be around next year.
And he's a big body. They'll be back in action on the Canadiens on Thursday night when they travel to Detroit to face another desperate team for the playoffs, the Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah, it's a big game for Detroit. Detroit hasn't been out of the playoffs since 1990, but tonight they dropped into 9th place. They lost. Philadelphia lost in a shootout, but they pulled even on points with Detroit. And Philadelphia has the edge because they have a game in hand.
So Thursday night they're in Detroit, and then Saturday night the Canadiens are right back here at the Bell Centre to play against the New York Rangers.